Welcome back to the Locked In Lounge. I'm your co-host, Aunty Elle, and this is my amazing co-host,
JoJo. Hey guys, welcome back. Episode 2. It's nice to see all the lockets ready to go.
It's not just episode 2, it's part 2 of our Locked In with Zombies video from our premiere, and we're gonna be kind of like keeping it moving forward from what we were doing with that. Okay, here's the thing though. So I had the document of what we were doing and then I lost it. So we're kind of starting over, but it's really better this way because in this scenario, JoJo and I are actually together as a team and we're going to be going through some challenges and it's going to be freaking dope. And we're obviously
going to be
awesome.
We're the greatest.
It's gonna be amazing.
We're the greatest.
It is what it is. Yeah. So how are you doing today, Jovan? How's your day?
I'm doing great, feeling more alive than last episode.
Okay. That's dope.
Good to be here.
I'm glad to be here as well with you.
Today, we're surviving together in a new scenario.
We're surviving together.
New
scenario.
scenario.
I can't believe we're surviving together. My whole thing is like, why wouldn't we survive together? You know what I'm saying? There's no reason for us not to. Because first of all, I'm brilliant and you're brilliant. And together, more brilliance.
More brilliance.
Exactly. Thank you. Okay, so I spoke to John Claude and I asked him to give us these scenarios with you and me that we encounter. Okay. We're gonna take turns going through them. And we got some new characters actually in play. Like, it's not going to be just us. We're going to be doing some things with some other people. Okay. And they're going to come into the mix. They're going to mix some things up for us. So let's get into it. I'll start first. It's going to be a new era. We're getting into...
What's our adventure called? What's the...
Zombies.
What's the journey?
Should we name it? I mean,
yeah, we should give it a title.
Basic. The title is Zombie Apocalypse.
All right. We can work on it. We can workshop the title.
Is that good? I think it's pretty good. It's a classic. What do you want to call it? Well, we do say Locked In with Zombies, technically.
Yeah.
Part 1. So this is technically part 2. Because part 1, I feel like, was more so us doing like what we would do by ourselves and how we would like survive in our current situation where we are presently. And this one's going to be more about us having more specific situations come up and then us role playing kind of through that. So it's going to be a little different from what we were doing before. So let's start. This is Locked In with Zombies part 2. Setting. The apocalypse has hit. Cities are in ruins. The undead are everywhere. Okay? The undead are everywhere. And survival is the only thing on one's mind. You're navigating through a small, decaying town known as Haven's Fall. The town was once bustling with life, but now it's a ghost town overrun with zombies and filled with remnants of people trying to survive. Main characters. JoJo. A quick-thinking, resourceful individual who has managed to stay alive with wit and determination. JoJo is protective, looking out for loved ones, and never gives up no matter how tough things get. And honestly, I'm going to be real with you, that really does sound like you.
Yeah, I told you. I give it my all in everything I do.
Period.
That's what we do.
And then there's Aunty Elle. A strong, caring cat lady. Just kidding. It doesn't say that. It says a strong, caring, and strategic person, that's me, who might not be as fast as others, but is incredibly wise, taking the time to plan things through. You often calm the group with your leadership and experience, and your knowledge of the past might offer insights into how to survive in the post-apocalyptic world, period.
Yeah, okay, give me your wisdom.
Yes, I got it, and you're welcome. I will give it to you. Now we're going into completely new people. These are imaginary people. They're not based off of real people. Disclaimer. It may sound like some people. It has nothing to do with anyone. These are totally random. Okay, so here's the thing. Zara is a survivor. This is one of our group mates. She's 28. Zara is athletic and toned with short, tousled, dark brown hair and a noticeable scar across her left cheek from an earlier battle. Her piercing green eyes are sharp, always scanning for danger. She wears rugged, tactical gear with a utility belt filled with tools and weapons. Her posture is always alert, and she carries herself with a quiet, fierce confidence. Her personality. Zara is a go-getter, okay, and prefers action over contemplation. She's brash and fearless, which often leads her to rushing into situations head first. She's a natural leader in combat situations, but can sometimes overlook the consequences of her actions. Despite her tough exterior, she has a deep sense of loyalty to those she cares about and will fight tooth and nail to protect them. These are her skills, though, Joven.
Okay.
JoJo. She's highly skilled in hand-to-hand combat and survival tactics, exceptional agility and speed. And that makes her a formidable opponent in close counterfights. So she's a fighter.
Okay. Glad she's with us. Glad she's part of the group.
Because somebody needs to take the blows.
Yeah.
Expert in scavenging.
It ain't gonna be me.
It's not gonna be me. It's not gonna be either of us. Okay. I don't know who she thought. It wasn't us. Expert in scavenging for supplies on the go. Backstory: Zara was a former athlete, track and field star before the apocalypse. She was on a path to greatness but lost everything when the outbreak began. Since then, she's been focused on survival, but she often carries guilt over the people she couldn't save. Zara, her main motivation now is to ensure that humanity doesn't fall completely, believing that her physical prowess can make a difference in the battle. So basically the whole thing about Zara is like she's tough, she's strong, and like, but she maybe like kind of, she does stuff without like thinking about the consequences of them first, because she's so like passionate and like headstrong and like go-getter type. So she rushes into situations too quickly sometimes.
So we may need to speak to her about rushing into everything.
Period. Okay, JoJo, you do Mason.
Okay, I got
Mason. Yeah, you got Mason.
Let me look at Mason real quick.
Oh,
that's my boy right there.
There goes Mason. What's up?
Mason is 35. His appearance, he is a lean, wiry man with sharp, angular features. He has short, cropped black hair, always slightly messy, and a 5 o'clock shadow that gives him a rugged look. His dark brown eyes are always scanning his surroundings, a stark contrast to his usual silent demeanor. He wears a faded leather jacket over a simple t-shirt and worn jeans. With sturdy boots, perfect for long treks. Around his neck is a small pendant, a reminder of his lost family. Man, what a guy. His personality, he is stoic, calm, and observant. He doesn't speak much, preferring to watch and listen. Despite his quiet nature, he is extremely reliable and trustworthy. He keeps his emotions to himself, which could be kind of bad in the long run, hiding the trauma of his past because he has a deep sense of responsibility for his group. His pragmatism often contrasts with Zara's impulsiveness, leads to tension between them. So we may have to speak to the both of them during this playthrough. His skills. He is an expert tracker and wilderness survivalist. He is skilled at camouflage, using his knowledge of terrain to avoid zombies or ambush them. He's excellent with firearms and stealth-based combat. And now his backstory. He lost his wife and child early in the outbreak and has been wandering ever since. He doesn't speak much about his past, but his guilt is palpable. He holds onto the hope that he can help others avoid the same fate. His knowledge of survival in both urban and wild environments has made him indispensable to the group, though he's often the one who takes the hardest missions to keep others safe. That is Mason.
So he sounds kind of like a martyr a little bit. He sounds like he's been through something. I mean, everyone sounds like they've been through something.
He might sacrifice himself. He may be the first one to volunteer.
Mason.
Yeah, but we need him for the camouflage.
He lost his wife and child, which is very sad.
Yeah.
That's wild. Okay, so next is Theo. Theo kind of reminds me of you, JoJo. Just because, like, he's closer to you in age.
All right.
I didn't.
No. Go on ahead. I'll take that as a
I
compliment.
didn't mean it as anything less than that.
Okay.
Okay, Theo the scientist. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
he's 24. Theo is tall, lanky young man with curly brown hair that often falls into his eyes. His glasses, which are slightly askew from years of wear and to his disheveled appearance. He usually wears a worn-out lab coat over practical clothing with pockets full of scientific tools and makeshift gadgets. His face is a little gaunt from the stress and lack of nutrition. First of all, wearing a lab coat in a zombie
Yeah.
apocalypse is kind of wild.
Hey,
It's a
maybe he
bit
just likes his
wild.
lab coat.
I don't know. I just think that that's not really a good material to be like wearing in a zombie apocalypse when zombies are trying to eat you. But hey, um, with pockets full of scientific tools and makeshift gadgets, his face is a little gaunt from the stress and lack of nutrition, and there's a constant furrow in his brow from deep concentration. Personality, Leo is brilliant but socially awkward. He tends to get lost in his work, sometimes to the detriment of his relationship with others. He's incredibly focused on the potential to find a cure, and this single minded determination often leads him to make questionable decisions. Despite his focus on science, Theo is kind hearted and deeply empathetic, always trying to save people. He's driven by guilt as he believes his work in the earlier days of the apocalypse may have contributed to the spread of the infection. Okay, so that part I don't remember before. It probably was there, but that's kind of wild.
Yeah.
So like
This dude started it
may
all, and now he
have
wants to reverse it.
may have literally created the situation that everyone's in right now. Okay, skills: genius level intellect with expertise in biology, virology, and technology. Can create useful gadgets from scraps and old tech, including makeshift weapons and tools. Skilled in making medical supplies, including rudimentary first aid and potential cures, which is going to be super useful in an apocalypse. His backstory: Theo was a scientist working in a research lab when the outbreak began. He was part of a team that was studying viruses and potentially developing a vaccine. However, his research was compromised during the outbreak, and now he believes he holds the key to find a cure. His obsession with reversing the infection sometimes puts him at odds with the others, but his talents are invaluable.
We need him.
We do need him, but I feel like that is kind of, I mean, I guess his value is higher than like his contribution to everyone's pain. But also, I feel like that's kind of crazy to be like protecting someone that literally, like,
Started it.
in Mason's case, his wife and child are gone because of this dude, or potentially because of this dude. It doesn't say
Yeah.
absolutely it was him, but it's like, it sounds like it could have been him. So that's wild. Um, all right, so we're going into chapter 1. Devin, are you locked in?
Yeah, I'm locked in.
Chapter 1, The Last Stand. Okay, setting. You and your group are holed up in a dilapidated warehouse in the outskirts of Haven's Fall. The sun is setting, casting long shadows through the cracked windows. Inside, you can hear the faint groans of zombies closing in from the far side of the warehouse. Okay?
All right.
With only a handful of supplies left, your options are limited. Suddenly, the sound of a door crashing open echoes through the space. Rival survivors, armed and dangerous, are forcing their way inside. To make matters worse, the only water supply nearby is a rain barrel that's become contaminated. There's a chance you could purify the water, but you've had to choose how to proceed. You have to choose how to proceed. Time is running out. So the challenges we're going to be facing are the rival humans, water contamination, and the zombies closing in. From what it seems like... Oh, okay. It seems like, just to like set the scene a little bit more, because Jean-Claude didn't write that part of the physical place we're in. So this building that we're in this town... Alexa, stop.
I'm thinking it's like a warehouse, like a rundown.
It's gonna be like a warehouse, so like, because when I was first thinking about the scenario, I was like, yo, if they already broke in, then we're done for.
Yeah.
But because it's a warehouse, or like, I'm thinking it's like a building, or just like a big warehouse,
It has to be
it's
a
very
big...
possible for us to be closed off in the building without like being noticed necessarily immediately. So it's like there could be many levels, many floors, many rooms, and they just busted into
a lot of space.
Yeah, Yeah, but also like they could just be downstairs in the bottom part and not be able to access us where we are yet. So that's how I imagine the scenario is that we're barricaded on a portion of the warehouse that they
Okay.
haven't accessed yet. So we have time to kind of think about these decisions, but we do have zombies coming in on the bottom on one side and we have rival survivors on the other side.
And
Let's
then
just
where
call
is this
them
water barrel?
survivors.
Where's this
Okay,
contaminated water barrel?
the water barrel is with us. We have the water.
Oh, we have it. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So the challenges for the rival humans, the rival survivors are desperate and armed. They've been tracking us for a while and have found our shelter. We have a few options. We can negotiate, fight, or try to trick them into leaving. But remember, we don't have many. We don't know how many there are, and we're outnumbered. Okay, so these are just for each challenge. That's just kind of like a little bit of a, not necessarily clue, but just like a little, tidbit. Water contamination. Regarding
Okay.
the water source in the warehouse is the rain barrel, but the water is tainted. Theo dropped the water purification tablets in a med box while the group was fleeing earlier, and it's just outside the building. However, the area is now surrounded by zombies, and we need to decide if it's worth the risk to retrieve the tablets. And then the zombies closing in part with the rival survivors at the door. The sound of groaning zombies grows louder. We'll need to secure the warehouse either by reinforcing the barricades or by making a break for it, but doing so means dealing with zombies that are creeping closer by the second. So it sounds like there's maybe a larger horde outside and some are breaking in right now, but maybe not all of them, just a couple. And
Okay.
then there is maybe a horde, but it's not either fully on us yet or it's over here. So I'm thinking like it's possible that it could be passing us, it could be more coming in, it could be less. So that's just
And then the
where it
other
is.
survivors are also dealing with them.
These the other survivors are
They're tracking us, but
downstairs.
they're also
They're
like,
tracking us, but they're coming in too.
okay.
They're already in the warehouse, but they're not where we are in our
Yeah.
section of the warehouse. Um, okay, real life survival channel water purification. So we're starting with the water. So we need to purify this water, but time is of the essence. You only
Yeah.
have a limited amount of time before the zombies or the rival survivors could breach the building. Here are your options. So the reason why the water's coming up is because the group has been without water for already a day, and we
Uh,
really need this water to survive. And if we're planning on running away again, we need to have drinkable water.
yeah.
So it's important for us to figure this out. Okay, here are our options. We can boil the water, but that's going to take 30 minutes minimum. The water is the safest method, and it's going to kill the bacteria and pathogens, but
Hmm.
it's going to take a while, and we don't know if we'll be able to escape while we're boiling it. Um, Also, the pro is we'll have a reliable method of cleaning the water, but the con is it's going to take time and we'll be trapped while we're waiting for it to finish. The second option is filtration, which could take 10 to 15 minutes. We can filter out the large particles using any clothing, like a t-shirt or torn fabric, and then use sand or gravel to further purify the water, especially as we travel. However, this doesn't kill the bacteria, which means that there's a risk of someone getting sick. The pro is the water's going to taste better and it's going to filter out any major impurities with the water. The con is the water still could have bacteria or pathogens that could make us sick because it hasn't been boiled
Yeah.
off. But it's
Yeah.
faster, and if we
Okay.
need to make an escape, we can escape with it. Water purification tablets. The time is 10 minutes, so it's really fast purification. The tablets are going to kill any harmful bacteria or microorganisms that were
But
left
they're outside.
behind, but they're outside where they were dropped by Theo, and there are zombies outside. But we don't have to worry about the survivors
The
because they're already
survivors.
in the warehouse. So we have to figure out what we want to
Okay.
do with regard to
To the
the
water.
water. I kind of feel like the water. Okay, so we really need the water.
So we really need the water. This is
We
a
really need the
necessity.
water. Do you want me to go ahead and read like our options for dealing with the survivors too, so we can have
No.
all the information, or just want to start with the water?
Let's just start with the water.
Okay, let's start with the water.
Take it step by step.
Step by step.
Yeah.
Each.
Um Theo dropped them outside. Okay.
Theo.
Man.
Bro, you gotta choose a struggle. You can't be the creator of an apocalypse and dropping tablets
Yeah.
outside. You can't be doing
He can't just
that.
like whip up a gadget to purify the water or something.
Whip up a gas.
I mean,
That's
isn't
like
that his strength?
that's the filtration.
Okay.
I mean,
You know, I'm thinking Mason and I just go pick up the tablets outside, bring them back.
oh,
Because Mason,
interesting.
his one of his strength is stealth. What is it? Urban and wilderness stealth,
He does have the
camouflage. So we can just
stealth.
camouflage, go get the tablets, come back really quickly, just the two of us, and we purify the water, and we're good.
Okay,
Solid
yeah, because
strat.
to I think that that's the best option, honestly,
And
especially
then
because it's not necessarily. It says there's zombies outside, but it doesn't say it's like covered in zombies.
yeah,
And
and then I will also
I
leave the three of you to deal with the survivor while we're gone,
thank you for doing that.
picking up the
Thank you for
tablets.
leaving the rest of that for us.
Yeah,
Thanks.
but you have Zara. She's good
But
at
you're gonna have to
combat.
like sneak out, probably like from a window or something, shaft, and like get that and get it for us.
Yeah,
I think honestly, because one, okay, boiling water. First of all, they're definitely gonna know we're there. If well,
yeah.
they already kind of know
It
we're there
said
because they
30
came in.
minutes. That's way too long.
30 minutes is a long time. We could be definitely overrun by zombies by that point. And I think we didn't really discuss if the zombies that we're talking about are Last of Us zombies,
Like
like
what type
we
of
mentioned.
zombies? Like
But
World
I'm
War
thinking that
Z,
they're
Train to Busan
yo,
type.
we're done. We're done. World War Z, we're done.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the water because we've been gone.
Sprinters.
Ain't there's no way. There's no way we're surviving that. It would be so I'm thinking they're Walking Dead zombies. So they kind of like
Okay, so
like they
slow,
come in. Yeah, I
regular.
think they come in slow. The issue with them is just getting cornered with no exit or weapon,
Yeah.
and or volumes of them. And I'm thinking like for the sake of it, let's just say most of them can't climb and open doors, but like we but maybe like one or two of them can. So it's not likely for them to probably get to us.
Okay.
Um but there was a thing that's saying that we should definitely barricade. I think for sure we got to start with the barricading of the space because we need to give you and Mason as much time as possible to handle the med kit while we're waiting for it. And
Yeah.
because I feel like
How
also I'm
many?
assuming the water's in a barrel, so I'm thinking we're gonna have to like transfer it, into
Yeah.
our containers and stuff and get
Also,
enough to like
how many survivors are coming after us? Like, what are their numbers looking like?
so how many people do we have? We have you, me, Zara, Mason, and Theo. So that's five. So we have five
Yep.
members to our crew. And they have more than us. It doesn't say we
Okay.
don't know the full number that they have. We just know that we're outnumbered.
Okay.
I feel like 10 people maybe because I'm thinking like if you're outnumbered and I have 5 people and you got 6 or 7, I'm
Yeah.
not worried. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? But if you
Yeah.
got 10, I'm outnumbered. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like 9 or 10 people where we only have 5.
Okay.
Um, yo.
You want to
Okay,
read the
so
survivor challenges?
yeah, we can read the survivor challenges because I guess we decided the water is to do that. That's pretty quick. Okay, let's read the survivor challenges. Do 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 ba 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 ba. Here we go. I'm gonna write this down because we can put this in here later. We didn't really talk about like filtration or anything. We just automatically like tablets.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
like
it's
we're not
all the other
drinking
ones
the
are gonna
water.
take long, or they have some other side effect that we just don't need.
Yeah. we can't be drinking contaminated water because that's just there aren't any doctors here, right?
Yeah. I mean, the only scientists we have can't even make a gadget to purify. We got to go get it. So useless.
I like that you volunteered that. Like, so you think you got it like that? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm thinking the two like camouflage, fastest people. We go out, we get it.
Yeah, you're pretty
You have
fast.
a fighter. You have a fighter with you, right?
I'm pretty strong. I'm also pretty strong myself.
Yeah, but Zara's an athlete with you, and then
right.
Like you guys can probably hold off.
Figure it out.
Yeah, you guys can figure it out. Just the two of you, because Theo's not going to help you. Theo's not going to...
Yo, why you throw Theo under the bus like that?
That's not his skill set, man. That's not his skill set.
Yo.
Bro's
Bro had one job. His one job was to just run and hold the med kit.
And now we're sitting here protecting him, bro. We should just sacrifice him, honestly.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so real life survival challenge. We do need him, but like, can he even do that? There actually is a character in The Walking Dead that claims to be able to have a cure, and really the whole time he just said that so people would keep him alive because he couldn't fight, and he was like a coward, and he couldn't.
Hey, that good company. Time.
And people died keeping him alive. It's crazy.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, that won't be me. Yeah, no, he's getting sacrificed.
Best. Okay, your choices regarding the rival survivors. The rival survivors. 1, fight the rival. I'm just gonna call them survivors. Fight the survivors. You prepare to confront the rival. I did it again. The survivors head on using any weapons at your disposal. This could lead to combat, but it might also give you control over the warehouse. Risk. The fight could alert the zombies, causing them to converge on your location. You also don't know how many people you're up against.
We're just going to say
escape through... That's option 1. Yeah. Option 2, escape through the underground tunnels. You trust Mason's knowledge of the area. Oh, so it looks like Zara wants to stay and fight.
Well, that's what she was going to do, so.
She wants to stay and fight. She doesn't, but she wants to... Zara wants to, like, straight up start the fight. Like, she doesn't want to, like, negotiate. She just wants to fight them off and just handle it. That's her option, okay? Okay, so Mason's knowledge of the area. So we want to trust, or option 2, escape through the underground tunnels. You trust Mason's knowledge of the area and decide to make a run for the underground tunnels. The zombies are closing in, and this may be the best chance to avoid a confrontation with both the survivors and the undead. The risk. You may encounter more dangers in the tunnels, such as more zombies or hostile survivors, and you won't have access to supplies for a while. Oof. Okay. That's kind of wild because we need water.
No.
What kind of supplies are we not?
Tunnel is crazy.
Tunnels is wild. Third option, wait it out. We decide to stay in the warehouse and wait for the zombies to pass, hoping the barricades hold up. We remain quiet and still, not giving away our position. We're willing to take the risk of the survivors breaking in first. The risk is the rival group breaches the warehouse. It could lead to a firefight. If we wait too long, the zombies may breach the barricades, forcing us into a last-ditch escape. 4, retrieve the water purification tablets, which we kind of already said we would. We decide to purify the water in the purifying the water is the top priority since we've already been without water for so long, and we're willing to risk leaving the safety of the warehouse to retrieve the purification tablets from the med box outside, and even though the zombies are in the area. The risk is, of course, encountering zombies, but without the tablets, where will we be? You'll be without purified water. Okay, so what's next for us? Yeah. So and then once we come up with that, I'm gonna tell Jean-Claude, and he's going to move us along.
So what are you planning on doing while Mason and I go grab the tablets? Do you want to barricade? Look at the tunnels? What do you want to do?
I honestly, Okay, so if we made this our place, right? This is
Yeah.
our place. We're set up. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say we've been here for a minute. Let's say we've been here for
At
like a
least a
couple
day.
weeks.
At least a day.
You said a day. I said weeks.
I know,
Okay,
but
but
we've been without water for a day, so at least, at bare minimum.
okay, so we've been without water for a day. Oh, because we traveled and found
Yeah.
it. So we haven't been.
So we've
So
been there for
that
at least
probably
a day.
means that we haven't been able to really like go through the tunnels and like figure out if it's safe or not.
Yeah. We have to trust
And
Mason if we want to do that.
we have to trust Mason, but it's not even just trusting Mason. It's like, yo, Mason he knows the tunnels, but like, what if something happened and a bunch of zombies got in down there?
Yeah.
And how would Mason know that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we could get lost down there. And I think there's so many more issues that can come up if we take the tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
I would say tunnels are the very last option
Yeah.
when we are not doing well. Okay. I don't even know if they would be an option, to be honest. I think we should just take our chances outside.
Yeah.
But if we go to the tunnels and it seems like they're okay, so this is what I would do. Ooh,
You, Zara, and Theo.
Theo's not really a fighter. Okay, I would tell Zara to hold the line after we got the barricade going. Y'all are getting the medkits. I'm telling Zara we're staying quiet as crap. And this is what's happening. Obviously, the tunnels we have access to them, and the other people don't yet, right?
Yeah.
Because that's how the scenario is playing out. So I'm gonna say, Zara, you stay here with Theo. Theo, here's my crossbow.
Here's my crossbow. Hopefully you use it.
Theo, this is how you pull the trigger. I know you're not a fighter, but you can pull the trigger, right?
I want to give that man a crossbow. He's gonna shoot you when you come back.
Bro, you'd probably be gaming. All you gotta do is point and press, bro. Point and press the button. That's what you gotta do, okay? It's just like gaming, okay? I'm gonna have this little talk with Theo, okay? It's probably like crying.
He's a scientist, not a gamer. He's a scientist.
He's socially awkward though. But I'm just saying, like,
true.
I need you to lock in. I need you to lock in right now. I need you to lock in. Look at me, Theo. Theo, look at me, like, look at me, Theo. I need you to pull
You're
this trigger.
Theo.
Do you understand me?
Okay. You're scaring Theo. He's gonna shoot you on accident as soon as you come back. As soon as he sees you, he's gonna open fire. No hesitation.
I don't know. I have a problem with Theo. I have a problem with Theo. Okay.
Yeah, we can tell.
No. Theo needs to do his job. Okay.
Yeah.
Because my JoJo, my nephew, is out here risking his life to get these tablets that you dropped. Okay, so I have a problem with you. So he's getting all of that. He's getting all of that. And in the meanwhile, I ain't gotta say anything to Zara because she's a baddie. Okay, apparently. So I'm letting her do what she does. Hold the line. Stay quiet. Fight if it comes to that. But look, girl, I'm gonna need you to chill. You can't be running out here like Bad Boys 3. Okay, like trying to like a little too fast, too furious. You know what I'm saying? You can't be rolling up on people and causing problems that we don't need. Just shh, quiet. You know what I'm saying? Be quiet. Don't do anything until I get back and we decide if we need.
Where are you going?
Bro, because we're not fighting off top. Because one of the other options on there was negotiate and try to talk to these people. You know
negotiate?
I'm not.
We don't negotiate.
I'm not trying to negotiate because it doesn't sound like we have guns.
Yeah, but it did say firefight. So.
It says
maybe we do.
It does say firefight. Maybe we do. Well, I'm not giving Theo a gun.
Yeah.
So
he can hold his crossbow. No way.
I'm not giving him a gun. So yeah, I would sit up here and let them do that, and then I'm gonna go check out the tunnels because I know I'm confident. I know
scouting. You're scouting.
I'm scouting these tunnels.
Okay.
And my whole thing is, so I've got my weapons, whatever I have, and I'm going down there and I'm checking the tunnels carefully, slowly, and just seeing if generally the path is if I hear anything, if I hear someone thinking about making a sound, we're not taking peace out on the tunnels. We're not doing the tunnels.
Barricade the tunnel. Barricade the tunnel.
Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not doing the tunnels. But if it seems like it's pretty chill,
after we get the water purification, we might take it. If it's clear.
I'm wondering if I would tell you, because if you're out there doing that, we're down to 3, and let's say maybe they have 10 people.
Yeah.
And, okay, but here's my thing. If they're down there, they're also with the zombies.
That's
right?
what I was thinking. Like, if we're surrounded by zombies, they're also fighting them. They have to be, like, fighting them too, no?
Exactly. So if they're down there with the zombies, then, hello, all we gotta do is let them, jokers eat the suckers.
Okay.
What do you call them? What's the word you gave me?
Bozos.
Bozos. Let the biters eat the bozos, okay?
Okay.
Let the biters eat the bozos. And that's all I'm saying is, like, so I would say hold out, but I say, yo, if something's going down, freaking dip out and meet up with Mason and JoJo outside. Don't come down to the tunnels until I've come back and been like, it's clear. Because you could be running into more zombies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So go do that. And if I go down there and it's Gucci and I come back, then let's just head to the tunnels with the water supply and wait in there for our crew to come back in. And I'll tell y'all before y'all head out, that's the plan. If you come back into the window, you creep back in, and we're not there, we're in the tunnels. Go to the tunnels. If we're there, then we're chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I feel like that's probably the best thing. Because, like, we did create a barricade, so they're probably not getting in. But we might be outnumbered, so it wouldn't be difficult for them to get in if they found out where we were.
And I'm sure they have some trackers, because it said they've been tracking us for a while. So
yeah, so
I don't know. They might be able to find us.
Yeah, I definitely think it's probably smart to. I don't know if they would know about the tunnels though.
They don't know about the tunnels. They've been tracking us, so they don't know the terrain as well as Mason does. Mason told us about the tunnels in the building, so we've been camping up or down there in the basement.
That's true. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I feel like we should just be chilling in the tunnels as long as they're cool. If they're not cool, then we're gonna have to, like, probably dip. I don't think fighting is a smart choice unless
fighting is
like
not an option. But I would say, since we're surrounded, while we're gone, you could make like a distractionary, like lead the zombies to them type of thing. Like make loud enough noise to lead the zombies away from me and Mason towards the survivors, the bozos, and have them like confront them.
That's
while we're getting the medkit and coming back. So then we can have the water purified, and then they're fighting them, so they're distracted, and we have time to think of where to go next. Or, you know?
What if we have Theo, who's like the engineer and stuff, come up and make like a device, either make sound or maybe a mini bomb, and sets it so that we can set it off from the safe side of the barricade or in the tunnels, and then boom, we blow it, and the zombies come in, take the survivors, and we got our water and medkit. We already stored up. We got the water,
and we're out of there.
And we're posting the tunnel, and then we can get out and then come back through the tunnels.
I like the plan. I like the plan.
I feel like that's smart. I feel like that's a good plan.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good plan. Oh my god, it's good. See? Same.
Yeah, great minds think alike.
Great minds think alike. Okay, we're back.
Disclaimer, not a real sword.
You didn't even know that we left. What we had to do is we had to put our options into Jean-Claude. Jean-Claude gave us back our closing scene for this episode.
And now Mason's skills can be put to good use.
Mason's skills are going to be put to good use. Also, somehow Joven's protractor turned into a katana.
Yeah. So we like to see.
So yeah, we got this, and we're gonna go into it. It's gonna be the closing scene, so it will kind of play out sort of like a scene, but mostly it's going to be us kind of, doing our own thing. My decisions, I already made my decisions, so mine is going to read kind of like a scene, and I'll have my own little dialogue, sort of. And so I already made that choice to do what I did, and you're going to see what I decided. Well, you already know what I decided, but you're going to see how that plays out.
All right. Let's get into it.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Chapter 1, The Last Stand, The Escape Plan. The atmosphere inside the dilapidated warehouse is tense. The air thick with the threat of both zombies and rival survivors. The groaning from the zombies grows louder as they press against the outer walls. But we know the real challenge is ahead. Time is running out, and our group must act swiftly. Okay, so we kind of know what's at stake here, right, y'all? We're trying to get out. Sorry, my nose itches. We're trying to get out. Okay.
We're getting out of here. I'm gonna make it happen.
So here's the thing. So Joven mostly just came up with his dope, non-curse word plan. And that is that him and Mason are headed out. So at first I thought this med kit was like really close to the building, but it looks like it's actually a bit further the way Jean-Claude had it written, which makes kind of sense. And the way I imagine this is that, like, as they're dipping out, Zara and Theo are kind of maintaining the barricade, keeping it quiet. I already gave Theo my crossbow. Zara has her own weapons. I have my machete. And JoJo and Mason, the bomb, right? Theo's building the bomb, but it's taking time. So while he's doing that, I see Mason and JoJo, and they do have their camouflage stuff that they've chosen to go out in, as well as Joven's katana. And I don't really know what Mason has. I think he has a gun.
He has a ghillie suit, and
just him. And maybe a knife.
We'll give him a knife. We'll give him a knife.
Give him a knife. He can have a knife. Maybe a bat. Oh, he can have my bat. I let him borrow my bat.
Yeah.
Because again, I have so many weapons.
Yes. Arsenal provided by
Anto. Sponsored by Aunty Elle.
Aunty Elle.
Yeah. So they're headed out the side. The way I imagine this is like a warehouse, so they're going down this like tunnel, not a tunnel, I'm sorry, fire escape. So there's probably a fire escape on the outside, and they're quietly going down the outside because most of the people, they're also being stealthy because they're making sure they're not getting caught by the survivors, that any survivors that might be out there. But I'm thinking they're mostly clear the survivors, and most of the survivors are probably in the warehouse at this point on the bottom floor. We're holed up on another side of the warehouse where the tunnel is. So I'm making sure that JoJo and Mason are getting out of this window down the fire escape so that they can go get the med kit, which seems like maybe a couple blocks away at another building. And that might come into play later, but essentially they have a couple blocks, like I said. And as they're going, I see a couple of zombies headed kind of their way on the side of another building coming around the corner. And but at this point, they're kind of far out in range to where I can't necessarily get to them quickly, but I can see them out the window. My mission is to go down into the tunnel to scout it out to make sure we have either escape route if we have to escape the danger, or a place to chill and wait while the explosion's going off and it's getting rid of the survivors as well as some zombies, and pulling distracting zombies away from Mason and JoJo if they still haven't made it back by then. So that's kind of the plan. Okay.
Yep.
I'm getting into it now.
Okay.
JoJo and Mason's mission, the med kit retrieval. JoJo adjusts the weight of the katana in his hand, the steel glinting under the fading light as he surveys the street. His body is now fully concealed in a ghillie camo suit, blending seamlessly with the environment. He's no longer the guy just trying to survive. He's a force to be reckoned with, poised and ready for whatever comes next. Mason gives him a side glance, impressed. Mason, my suits are a game changer. You're welcome, bro. We'll get the med kit in no time. Oh, also, I'm doing Mason's dialogue.
We will. Yes.
If you didn't get to that.
Thank you, Mason.
And JoJo's doing his own dialogue as well. Yeah. I'm doing my own dialogue. The two of them slip into the shadows, moving like ghosts through the street. Mason's camouflage allows him to blend in perfectly, his body nearly invisible in the surrounding environment. JoJo, in contrast, exudes a quiet but lethal. This is Stebby. Oh, actually, it's swords. Lethal
it's a katana.
Presence as he stays close to Mason. His katana, which he got from his amazing Aunty Elle, held loosely in one hand, ready for action if needed. Ahead, a small group of zombies is shoveling through the alley. JoJo barely acknowledges their presence, because of course, he's JoJo.
I'm chill like that. Yeah.
Wait. JoJo, you need to pay attention. Okay?
We own the block. That's what it is.
No, there are zombies out there. You need to be careful, okay? Do you understand me?
Mm-hmm.
His calm demeanor matches the silence of his movements. His motions for Mason to stay low, both of them taking a wide berth around the zombies. The ghillie camel helps, but it's JoJo's presence that makes his entire mission feel like a walk in the park. He's no longer afraid, just determined. Mason's quiet whisper comes through the radio. We're almost there. Is that too quiet?
That was good. That was good. That was good.
I was like, can they even hear me? We're almost there. Wait. Don't make me laugh. Okay. Okay.
That was good.
We're almost there. You hear that? Zombies in the alley ahead. 2 of them. They're slow, but they're coming this way. JoJo nods, his katana gleaming under the fading daylight. Period. I hear JoJo's voice over the radio, his calm tone like steel in a storm.
Don't worry, Mason. I got this. Yep. I'm feeling myself. Let's go. I'm coming through with all of them. Mm-hmm. Cool, calm, and collected. JoJo steps into the alley, his movements smooth and deliberate. 2 zombies, slow moving and groaning with hunger, have no idea what's about to hit them. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
It's like, I could see you being an anime character doing this. Crazy. In one swift motion, JoJo unsheaths the katana and steps forward. The first zombie lunges at him, but JoJo sidesteps with ease, his blade cutting through the air and landing a clean strike to the zombie's neck. The creature's head rolls and falls to the ground with a sickening thud, its body crumpling to the ground. I said that twice. You're welcome. The second zombie barely has time to react before JoJo steps forward, a flash of steel cutting through the air. Ching, ching! The katana slices through the zombie's skull with surgical precision, leaving it to crumple into the dust. Mason watches in awe. That's how we do it.
Mm-hmm.
JoJo simply nods, wiping the katana clean on the edge of his ghillie suit. Let's keep moving.
As we do.
They continue forward, the supply building now just a short distance away. Okay, so Joey, it seems Mason, like you suddenly have these you suddenly have these katana skills that just surprising because you don't have a katana, so it's really it's great. Okay, so now it comes down to my option choices. So my option choice here is, do I help them by setting off an initial distraction to draw the zombies away? Triggering option 1, triggering a small distraction, throwing a rock or bottle to lure the zombies away from JoJo and Mason. Or 2, wait and let JoJo and Mason handle it themselves, risking them being overwhelmed by zombies. So we got
this.
Yeah. Can you let me say what I need to say? Thank you very much. Okay. So I decided that JoJo is probably going to be fine because I think he's very competent. And so I'm probably not going to do anything. Because also I feel like if I threw a bottle or something like that, it could backfire and have like the zombies that are already at the warehouse come out, or it could alert the survivors where we are within the building. I just think they're far enough away and he's handling it from what I can see in this scene. So him and Mason are good. I'm not really worried about them. If they were struggling, then yeah, I would do something. But in this moment, I think it's better to stay quiet because of what's happening in the warehouse and because they look like they're competently handling the situation. And
Yep.
also, I also know JoJo is like hella fast, just in general. This bro was like doing track and field like his whole academic career. So, bro plays like on like intramural soccer and sports and other things like that. So it's just like I think he's good. I think he's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We don't need Mason, but Mason's
Also,
just there
you're
now.
also you're like
Mason's
really
my cheerleader.
Tall. Yeah. No. Yeah, kind of.
Mason could just cheer me on.
I think he's a bro. He's a homie, and we love him for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I like Mason. I'm curious to see what the rest of these characters
Bro
do
lost his
eventually.
wife and kids.
That's crazy.
Just a bro. Just a bro.
I feel bad for him. He has my heart. He has my heart. Yeah. Okay, so now cutscene to me. What's going on?
How's the tunnel?
Aunty Elle's. This is the scenes. Our closing scene for today's episode. Aunty Elle's tunnel scene. The silence before the storm. Oof, it's ominous. Here we go. I step cautiously into the tunnel, the dim light from my flashlight bouncing off the walls. The air is thick with the scent of earth and decay, but the tunnel is clear, at least for now. There's no sign of zombies or other dangers immediately ahead. I press forward, my boots echoing softly in the narrow space, and after about 10 minutes of travel, I find a small side opening. The area looks perfect for a quick retreat once JoJo and Mason return with the medkit. Just enough space to hide and wait out until it's safe to move again. I check my radio to make sure it's still working and then take a deep breath. Relieved for a moment of calm. But the tranquility is short-lived. I hear a faint, crackling sound. You're welcome for setting the scene. Thank you very much. Tranquility is short-lived. I hear a faint crackle sound from the radio at my waist, jolting me out of my momentary peace. JoJo's voice comes through, and his calm tone almost makes me jump. You have to say this part, Jobin.
Yo, are you okay? Are you good?
Hey, Auntie.
Do you need help?
Ew.
That's what.
Can you call me Auntie like a
Auntie
normal human? Thank you.
Yo.
Great.
Auntie Elle, you good?
Yo, if you got on the radio and said Auntie Elle, yo, that loud like that, I think I would crash out instantaneously.
Auntie Elle, you good?
I'd be so mad.
Pick up.
Even if, I wasn't surrounded by zombies, I'd be so mad. Okay. You would be like, pick up. You would, because you do that ish to me when we're playing games, and it drives me insane. I'm like, I'm coming. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing what I need to do. He's like, don't do that, go. We gotta get our gaming thing going, because it's hilarious. Okay. I got distracted. What were we doing? Oh, right. I freeze.
Yes.
Caught off guard by the sudden noise. The tunnel around me is eerily silent, and for a moment, I feel like I'm the only one alive in this decaying world. The radio crackles again. Oh. And that's not the right crackle for radio.
It's like a...
I just realized. Whatever. The radio crackles again, and I realize that my response might attract unwanted attention if there's anything lurking nearby. My instincts scream to stay quiet, but it's too late. As if on cue, the sound of groaning zombies reach my ears from another passageway. They're coming toward me, slowly but deliberately. Panic rises in my chest, and my first instinct is to turn down the volume on the radio, careful not to make a sound. I hide behind some fallen rubble, the debris providing just enough cover to keep me out of sight. The groaning grows louder as the zombies shuffle closer, their putrid stench reaching my nostrils. I hold my breath, praying they won't notice me. My hand tightens around the machete. Unloaded. Not like that. Machete in my grip, fingers itching to swing. The zombies pass by, unaware of my presence. I wait for the moment to pass, watching through gaps. Oh my God. watching through gaps in the rubble. As soon as they're out of sight, I slip from behind my spot, moving with quiet precision. I take careful aim with my machete and swing. Oh, that's the wrong direction. And swing at the side of the first zombie, right at the temple. A clean hit to the head. The second one turns in my direction, but it's too late. I swing down on the top of its skull with a solid strike. I stand over the fallen zombies, do a little dance.
Okay.
Heart racing as I quickly check the passageway they came from. It's clear. No more zombies. Just an empty, quiet passage. I breathe a sigh of relief. But it's short-lived. I decide to wrap up and head back to Zara and Theo when I hear JoJo's voice louder this time, cutting through the air. I adjust the walkie, bring it to my ear.
Aunty Elle, get out of there!
Ah. I don't know what my face would really look like in that situation. Like, I really don't make too many faces when I'm actually terrified. I actually kind of get more...
Aunty Elle, you need to go! Get out!
That's more what I would do if I was scared. My blood runs cold. The urgency in JoJo's voice sends a shiver down my spine. I glance around at the tunnel, the walls closing in, and the familiar groans of zombies filling the air once more. This time, it feels different. I don't know what's coming, but something in the pit of my stomach tells me I'm not alone anymore. Bum, bum, bum. That's the end of chapter 1. That's it.
That was amazing.
It was amazing because we're amazing.
Yes. Well, that's the podcast.
And then Aunty Elle pulls out from her pocket that you didn't know she had a big furry kitty. And the kitty goes, meow.
You've just been carrying a service animal this whole time? What? What? Also, this cat just didn't make noise while you were hiding
the kitty
a few seconds ago?
Yeah, because she's goated. She knows to she knows what it is.
Yeah. Oh, what's the cat's name?
We don't do that. Also, all of her vocal cords were removed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not by me.
We silenced
She came to me like that. They silenced the cat. They're like, we want cats, but we need them to be quiet. So when she meows like this.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't even do that. She's like, she gives them the head nods. So funny.
So, all right.
That was it. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, my whole thing is like, why are you yelling at me on the thing, JoJo? Like, why are you yelling? First of all, why are you yelling?
Because I have to be.
Why are you speaking to me with that tone?
This is a stressful situation we're in.
First of all, okay. I'm your elder. I'm your elder.
Okay, and stressful situations.
All right. Oh, instead of exclamation. JoJo.
Yeah.
That was fun.
This was fun.
You sound really cool, and I sound like I'm about to die.
Yeah. I'm out here. We're out here just get in the mall, man. Get in the mall.
It's actually crazy.
Disclaimer, this is a measuring tool. It's a ruler.
Disclaimer. I didn't know what that was. Can you show us your katana skills? Stand up really quick.
I don't have any sword skills. All right.
I need to see you swing your ruler, please.
Yeah, this is how it be. I'm going so fast.
Did you actually move? Because I had the sheet of paper up in front of my face, so I couldn't see what you were doing. I'm hoping that you were like, doing your movements, because I did mine.
Clean the blood off. Boom.
Exactly.
I may or may not have played Ghost of Tsushima. One of the best games I've played. Peace.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us.
No. What are you doing?
I'm your...
What are you doing?
What?
You shut it down right now. You stop that right now. I'm just kidding.
All right. I guess we're continuing. She wants to do more editing.
Wait. Okay.
Like, I don't know what we're waiting for. Did I get a gift? There's someone coming?
Really quickly, before we wrap up the episode, kind of your thoughts of the characters so far, and how you're feeling about them, and what you think's gonna come of them, like, down the line.
Really
quick.
Okay, really quickly, Mason's a cool guy, so I chose him to come with
Okay.
me, you know. Um,
I just want
like this
predictions. You know what I mean?
prediction,
Yeah,
I
I'd be doing
think
that when I
I'm
watch
going
reality shows.
to save Mason, obviously. Um, you are going to be fine. We'll meet back up later along the road, I'm sure. I don't know
On the
how. I don't
road.
know when.
I'm on
I
the
don't know
road
how.
now.
I don't know when, because we
He
can't go
said
back through the
she's in these
tunnel.
streets. She's in these zombie
I'm over here
streets.
on the radio talking about some get out of there. We can't go through the tunnel, I'm sure. So we're gonna have to meet back up somewhere, right?
It could be another thing. It could be something
It could be
else. It
something
could be
completely different,
we don't know
but
what it
yeah,
is yet.
I don't know yet.
So
But I think Zara and Theo are overwhelmed in some way, I'm sure. I'm gonna have to save them too with my
I
katana
kind of feel like they
skills.
are too. It's Loki. Loki
Um,
high key. Loki high key, that's what I'm
I feel
feeling.
like my character got boosted a lot, and I could do a
Yeah,
lot
because
more
you
with
asked me,
that.
you said, Auntie, Auntie, can you please add a katana? Auntie, can you add a katana and add some other things? I was like, I can guess I'll give you one of my weapons.
Not
So that
true.
you're not just
All
running
right.
like a bush through these streets. No, I didn't give my opinion.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm not done yet because I didn't do you yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, for me?
So yeah, and then your character is I feel like your character could be better used,
What?
but you know, you're doing good work in the tunnels. So
What do you mean better use? Are you saying you're not pulling my weight?
no, you are. You were just scouting.
That's literally something I would do, though.
Yeah,
I would scout. Scouting is arguably one of the most
it is
dangerous
important.
roles, especially in a
Yeah,
dark A tunnel. You know what I'm saying? Like,
with your flashlight.
squeeze me. I didn't even know I had a flashlight, bro. I
Yeah.
thought I was in their
No. We
binds.
just added the flashlight.
I have a flashlight.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, I
That
think
makes
that's it.
sense. Okay. Dope.
You?
Okay, so I'm gonna start with you. I really love your character. I think it is more you now that we made the adjustments. And I'm super curious to see, and I feel like we're gonna come up with really dope like character drawings and stuff, pictures for all of the stuff that we're doing, which is really fun. And so yeah, I'm really excited for your character, and I think you're gonna be a good leader. I feel like so far we both are kind of leaders. But I think you take really good initiative of certain things, and then we kind of discuss out our situations together, and then we kind of just go with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you might come out as a leader of the group. I could see you doing that. And
I
then
mean, I guess it
I'm
was partially my plan to split the group up.
I
So
think it was
yeah,
definitely your plan. You said it.
I
So
did. I thought it was a
I
great
think it was
plan.
yeah, it was a good plan, and I really liked it. I think like for Zara, I really don't know too much about her, but I'm gonna be honest, just going off of her personality, I'm thinking that she's probably going to be a problem for me. I just feel like she's gonna be a problem. And it's only because um she doesn't think things through before she acts. And she seems like she might be, I think people that do that sometimes are hotheads,
Mm.
and which is not surprising in this type of world that happens. Maybe someone that wasn't a hothead becomes one because it's just circumstance. But I kind of feel like, yo, like
Chill.
she might be, yeah, you might need to chill out, because like I think you and I are like when we play Fortnite, we have some very similar strategies. Our strategy is like literally almost exactly the same, and
Yeah.
it's usually like don't encounter, don't like go towards the stuff, which is completely different from another friend of mine. It's like we literally just be out here like stealthy. We
We're
be
survivors.
stealthy.
That's
We're
what we
survivor.
do.
We're surviving. And the reason why I survived that other shooting game with you is because I hid a lot.
Those corners, man.
The only time I died was when I came out to do offensive moves. But when I was doing defense, I'm good. I'm Gucci. So I'm
Yeah.
just like, for me, on the real, like I think like in a situation like that, we would do really well, because I think we are thinkers. That's like our family. We're thinkers, and we like to strategize and come up with ideas of how we're going to handle situations. We don't just rush into stuff without knowing the whole situation or having the information we need.
Yeah.
And I think we are both pretty stealthy. I am pretty stealthy. Hello, meow. Anyway, so that's how I feel about Zara. I think she's gonna run into some issues with me.
Yeah.
And then Theo, I like Theo. I think he's cool. I think he's you, but maybe like less confident and like more nerdy, and obviously got, us into the situation. So I feel like how I feel about Theo is fine, I guess, for now. I feel like a little bit there. Like I feel like we're gonna be looking out for him. Like we might be babysitting a little bit with Theo.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from him. And then Mason. Honestly, Mason is pretty goated to me. I really like Mason. And his character description like really vibed with me. And I like that he's also a thinker like us, right? Because he does the camo. He thinks about the whole thing. He's like,
he has a map of like the place that we're at.
He said, we're moving smarter. We're not moving harder. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that, especially in these situations. So I feel like, honestly, if it's you, me, and Mason, I feel like we're Gucci. But it's nice to have other people, because then they can help us. Like in this situation, we can all split up and do different things because there's enough people. So as far as I goes. As far as I go, I go into tunnel. Do I come out?
I guess we'll find
out. I don't like being in the dark by myself, but I would do it. It's not like I would definitely do it. I would just do it really smart, and I'm not getting caught. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be me.
It ain't gonna be me.
Someone's coming out of that tunnel, and it's definitely me. I'm one of those someones.
Okay.
It might also be zombies behind me, but I'm coming out.
Don't worry, I got my katana. We'll just fight them.
Yeah. I'm actually really strong. Like, that wasn't in my character description, but I am very strong. And I will and can throw people if I need to. Just got thrown. I will throw you.
Pick Theo up and throw him.
I'm just saying. No, I'm not throwing Theo. Why do I need to throw Theo?
You do something. Pick him up.
He needs to get these explosions. He needs to get these explosions together. He needs to prove himself.
Yeah.
Because he put us in this situation. And he needs to solve this issue with the zombies. So, anyway, that's my thoughts. This is good.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm your co-host, JoJo, with my amazing co-host,
Aunty Elle. Meow, meow, meow.
Yeah. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling. That pretty little bell is what it is. I was supposed to do that earlier, but it took me a second.
Thank you.
Yes, like and subscribe. Do that. You do that right now. Do that right. First of all, I'm better do it right now. Do you hear me? I'm coming for you. The way I came for Theo, I will come for you. That's what it is. Thank you.
That will not be happening. All right.